What this episode of episode three? I'm still forgetting about the name of it. I have to get used to this. Okay, Reborn Master of the Blade from hero to king extras square. I would say so. Yeah, I'm just going to call the Reborn Master or something like that or something. So yeah, like I said, basically with this episode three, there's some things I definitely want to address. Basically, in regards to this anime, one thing I definitely want to talk about is basically a person who used to be a king, which is David Chris, or I was a or I was a what is that noise? Oh, so sorry. Oh yeah, that's plane. That's plane. Okay. Yeah, I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Anyways, as I was saying, there's one particular thing I definitely want to talk about in regardless of this episode, and one thing I wanted to say here is that because I mean the thing is about Christmas that it seems to me that he really or she or I was either one. Um, he doesn't want to tell them like like is he from the future, is he from the past and stuff like that, or like that he used to be a king or something like that. I believe that he probably came from the future. That's what I'm pretty much I've definitely thinking, or maybe from the past, or must have been a long time ago is stuff like that. That's basically what it seems to me, and that's basically what I definitely do think. Ever since the king asked the goddesses, basically she's one to I wouldn't say like kill the man or something. I wouldn't think so or anything like that. But I think that she's pretty much that she's in control, like basically like what's gonna happen and stuff like that. What is your wish? What do you wish for? And stuff like that. What can they can do and stuff like that. And even though since he died, I'm still kind of questioning like can he meet the goddesses again, or something? I really do not know. I really do not know. I don't think the goddesses is not really the kind of person that she basically kind of considers herself as a Grim Reaper. If you know what I'm talking about, because the Grim Reaper is pretty much is the one who is basically represents death. Means that the Grim Reaper is basically is the one that supposed to take your life away, or something like that and stuff like that. Or you would probably say God, something like that. But I wouldn't say it or anything like that. But even you never know what's our time's going to be up and stuff like that. I don't mean to say all that, but even though I'm just saying, basically I'm just saying. But there's still of some very good possibilities. I really do. I really do think that Chris that he may come from the future or he may come from the past. So we really do not know because we don't. One thing I'm kind of disappointed because I'm really kind of curious about what kind of technology that he had back then because it looks to be some kind of some kind of things that he has that we really do not even know or anything like that. And one thing I also want to mention also well too because one thing I want to say about episode one is that I felt like I felt like it was rushed. That's what I felt like. I wouldn't say like very rushed because I mean we don't know what happened to the king. We don't know how he got killed. Like or maybe he must have been sick. That's what I'm pretty much definitely thinking. He must have been sick. But the main question is, was this some kind of like a sabotage incident or something like that somebody else could wanted to take over the throne, not throne, take over the throne of him? Because even though since he already died, he already passed away, it could be his daughter or his son that probably would take over the throne because they will be next in line because that's basically how the royalty really actually goes. And the reason I'm saying it is because that's supposed how it's supposed to go and stuff like that. And it's sometimes like when you have like a spoiled daughter or a spoiled son, I mean they'll probably just basically just argue or stuff like that. Because even though the king he has the authority, it's just basically saying I don't want my son being king, or I don't want my daughter being king, or I want my daughter to be queen, or I want my son to be king, and stuff like that. Because I mean, even though just basically just like I said before, whoever's the next heir to be king or queen, they would he or she they would get the throne. But even though, like I said before, as basically as the king himself, he will have to say that somebody will take over the throne. because that's why it's so very important that he needs to tell them and say like, my final say is command, or I will say, so be it. So be it means go ahead, or something like that. It means confirm, or something like that. Yeah, it means that, I'm done with this. I'm done with that. I don't. That's all I'm just going to say right now. It's kind of like they're putting this to rest in bed. Something like that. They're putting that whole entire situation. So yeah. Now, other thing, I definitely want to talk about also too, because I don't think they did show this in the anime. I'm not so sure. I think it was in episode 2. I'm not really 100% sure, because I'm beginning to think is that because I feel like that like when Chris went to the library and he went to look up his past or his future or whatever it maybe is, or something like that he's looking for, and however, there is no documents of anything, any recorded records about basically what happened to him. And I'm quite shocked about that. So that leads me to tell me is there a very good possibility that Chris came from the future? That could be a very good possibility, because that's just basically it seems to me. I don't know why Chris wanted to have another second life, and that's I mean I can't say like this, but one thing I really would say, to be honest with you, is that it's hard to explain. It really is, and I just want people just to really just know, just like when Apollo Creed, I know this may sound like this is off topic, but even though I want to say this, okay, we know Apollo Creed, like the Rocky films and stuff like that. We know Apollo Creed is a very good boxer, very good boxer. He's a world champion. He used to be former world champion. And stuff. I remember him and Rocket were just arguing about being boxers and stuff like that. And even though Rocket was just basically just telling Apollo, so that was not us. Back then we don't used to do stuff like that back then. Used to do basic stuff back then. But even though Apollo took it the wrong way, but even though Apollo said something which was very interesting to me, that I really do think that he's right. Even though I could be right what he says, or maybe not. But even though it's something to think about, because he said, well, we can't be born again. We can't be born again. Means that we can't have a second life. I don't know if that's really the case, if that's really true or not. But even though I'm just saying that's just basically what it feels. That's just basically what it really actually feels to me. And I just want people just to understand. Really just to understand. And I do believe that Apollo is right, or Apollo is right. And, and that's just basically what I definitely think, we can't be born again, and stuff like that. That means we can't have a second life in life. But even though I don't mean to preach like that, and even though that's what the Bible, stuff like that, we are all born, if we were to be born again, basically, I would not say like a second life. I wouldn't say that. It's just basically that we ask forgiveness and stuff like that. And I don't mean, like I said, I don't mean to say all that. I don't mean to. I understand some people that don't believe in God and stuff like that. I totally do understand that. But even though I try my very best not to, I'm not saying try to offend anyone, but it's just that I just figure I just want to bring that up and just give you guys something to think about. But even though, just like I said before, just like what Apollo said, and basically what Apollo says, we can't be reborn again. That's a very good common base to understand, to get Rocky to understand, because there is no second life. The only way we can be reborn again if we were to get saved by Jesus or something like that. Like I said, I don't mean to preach, but even though I'm just saying. That's basically what I definitely do think. And I understand that this anime is a fantasy anime. Okay, I do understand it, and I respect that, and I really do. And I really do, because even though, but the goddess is basically of herself, I think she's supposed to look after the king and just make sure that he's already passed on and stuff like that. Even though the goddess has said and told the king, told Chris and stuff like that, what do you really want? And basically what he really wants, he wants to start over again. Means that he wants to be reincarnated. Now, I know some episode 1 and 2. It's okay. and based it to me. But I feel like episode 1 was just kind of rushed. That's what I kind of feel it, because I felt like he's just really not explaining really much like about what happened to the king and stuff like that. One thing I did not like. I don't want people to think I'm being creepy or anything, but I'm just based on just going by what the anime was, just basically what it seems to me. Because this is just my opinion. I understand that this is just the anime and stuff like that. And when he got reincarnated, somebody got reincarnated, as a baby or a child dollar or something like that, and just seeing the powers that he has and stuff like that, and just basically just seeing like how strong he really actually is and stuff, and just we really do not even know is like how strong he really can be and stuff like that. And one thing I'm also kind of wondering also about too, because since he does have a base reincarnating basically out as a child and stuff like that, I wonder if he transferred his powers to basically to being a baby or a toddler. So with that, I'm really kind of curious about that, because I'm not really 100% sure if that really did happen or not. So I'm not really so sure if that really were the case and stuff like that. But like I said before, I'm just going by what the anime is basically going on. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's it for the video. I don't want to go on for talk about this video, but even though I definitely do love this anime, I definitely do think it's very, very good. And it's just, despite my issues, basically what episode 1, that's just basically what it feels to me. So yeah. Anyways, that's, like I said, that's the end of this discussion. Like I said, I hope you guys do understand what I'm trying to say here. And I just don't want people to just go on the rails. So like, why are you talking about this and stuff like that? But so yeah. But yeah, anyways, I'll see you guys there. Take care. I hope you still one day. Don't forget to subscribe. Please consider subscribing. Please hit the like button, give me a thumbs up, and please hit the notification bell also to let me know you guys watching my videos. And please leave a comment as well. Anyways, I love you guys. Take care. I hope you still one day. Take care. God bless. Merry Christmas. I love you guys. Please safe. Everyone stay blessed. Love you guys. Take care.